Let me tell you something, homie. I didn't have no show. I was working with the same organization that works against you. James Prince got a house full of them because the FBI want the Houston Police Department and James Prince too. Why you think Houston police keep turning the other way on all these murders? How do you think James Prince can get a police report to an open murder investigation that includes his son? And none of the stuff is redacted. None of the information on this none of this names is blotted. How can James Prince get access to that? So he working with the police.
Charleston White does not hold.
When it comes to Jay Prince Jr. and mob ties, this feud is raw, chaotic, and far beyond any chance of peace. If you end up on Charleston's hit list, don't expect a few clever insults. He's coming for your neck, airing you out in public, tearing down reputations, and putting the heat exactly where it hurts most. No censors, no breaks, and absolutely no sympathy. So when Mercedes TV brought Charleston in for a sit-down, the vibe was electric right out the gate. They didn't waste a second, diving straight into the heart of Houston, and asking whether it's truly a safe space for black celebrities to kick back without fear. Charleston didn't blink. He came straight for the throat. He referenced a heartbreaking murder takeoff, one of hip-hop's darkest moments, and didn't hesitate to call out Jay Prince Jr. by name. According to Charleston, Houston can be safe, but only if you avoid checking in with Jay Prince Jr. or his mob ties camp. Once you
James Prince, I'm gonna go to war with the goddamn police for all this shit I got in here. What's wrong with you? I can go to war with police. What's wrong with you? I don't give about nothing. You, James Prince, mob ties, and Houston, come go to war with ready for war. Mention my name. I disrespect you, make you throw your life away. Chump, you a chump to me. You and your clique, a mob tie. Y'all can suck.
Get caught up with them. Charleston warned. That's when the real danger kicks in. And let's be clear, this isn't some petty industry back and forth. Charleston's issue with Jay Prince Jr. runs deep, like old wounds that never closed. He made it loud, raw, and impossible to ignore. As long as mob ties is in the mix, there's no truce, no peace talks, no middle ground, just all-out warfare. Charleston didn't tread lightly. He came in swinging with full force. He didn't just mention Jay Prince Jr. He practically dared him to respond. The man was built for the smoke. Then he tore into the so-called check-in culture, shredding it as nothing more than a street scam dressed up as protection. According to Charleston, it's all a bluff, a fear tactic to keep people in line, while a select few act like they run the city. He said it loud and clear. Ain't nobody obligated to check in with anyone. Then he doubled down, shouting that Houston doesn't belong to mob ties. That's Texas soil, not mob ties turf. His words hit like a lightning strike. And in seconds, social media lit up. Clips went viral, and the comment sections? Pure chaos. Some critics came for Charleston.
Make Khloe Kardashian check in. What's the white boy name on The Voice? Make everybody check in. What's the white boy name down here? Post Malone. Make him check in.
Yeah.
Why the got to check in? I just left Houston last week. I ain't check in. Yeah, I went through Houston, went to Beaumont. Nah, I ain't check in. So why the got to check in, Mr. Prince? Mob ties?
No wonder everybody got to check in, y'all. Now, I'm checking in with the police department. Police department told me, hey, man, you got a problem with Mr. James Prince. Austin, we hear you got a problem with James Prince. Man, we scared of him. I swear to God, y'all, I just got the call from the Houston's mayor's office and the gang unit police department in Houston, Texas. They are scared of fire.
Accusing him of chasing headlines and stirring the pot for attention. But just as many backed him up, saying he finally said out loud what others have been too scared to whisper. Charleston wasn't letting up, either. He kept firing shots at mob ties, accusing them of pulling strings behind the scenes in Houston, especially after the devastating loss of Takeoff. Then he hit even harder, calling it what he believes it is, straight-up street intimidation. Charleston didn't sugarcoat a thing. He warned that too many rappers fold under pressure, trying to cozy up with the wrong crew, only to end up trapped in a nightmare they can't escape. There were no jokes this time, no clever lines, just cold, hard truth. Then he dropped a bombshell that shook everyone, claiming Jay Prince Jr. walked right past Takeoff's lifeless body like it didn't matter. Charleston snapped. How you can pretend you care, but couldn't even stop to help? That line cut deep. Fans froze, stunned, speechless, asking, who does that? According to Charleston, Jay Prince Jr. moved like he felt nothing, like that gut-wrenching moment didn't even graze his soul. And just when it felt like the tension couldn't get any heavier, Charleston poured fuel on the flames, accusing mob ties of only caring when it suits them. He shouted, if it ain't one of theirs, they don't even flinch. When it comes to Jay Prince Jr. and mob ties,
is more of a player town. Real, Houston is way player, homie. They ain't just hunting down celebrities. You can go to Houston with your jewelry on, go to the club and have fun. It happened to Takeoff was just a fluke. But you can go to Houston and party and have fun all night, go to different sides of Houston. And you can't do that you can't do that in LA, homie. All that setup dealing with Jay Prince Jr. and mob tie because they extort. See, Jay Prince Jr. and them try to extort, but they don't come up. When they come up here, they be on their best behavior. When mob ties come up to Dallas, I was in DG with the homie. When Houston played Dallas, throwing money they be on their best behavior. They only try to play the mob ties extortion to the weak rappers, but. Come on, homie. You heard what Sauce Walker told us, man. Yeah, man. Y'all, homie. Nah, Houston is a player town.
Bring your on out here. We ready for war with anybody. Anybody. I ain't just talking. You scared of James Prince. James Prince. Daughter, his kids, his organization. If you a mob, I'm a nation.
This feud isn't just personal. It's volatile, raw, and way past any point of return. If you land on Charleston White's bad side, don't expect a couple of clever jabs or passive shots. He goes full throttle, dragging names to the mud, tearing reputations apart, and putting the pressure exactly where it burns the most. No filter, no pause, no mercy. So when Mercedes TV brought Charleston on for a sit-down, the energy shifted the moment he stepped in. They dove right into the heart of Houston, asking if the city is truly a safe space for black celebrities to relax. Charleston didn't flinch. He went straight for the jugular, bringing up the tragic killing of Takeoff, one of the most painful losses in hip-hop history, and called out Jay Prince Jr. by name. He claimed Houston could be safe, but only if you steer clear of checking in with Jay Prince Jr. or anyone tied to his mob ties crew. Once you're tangled up with them, Charleston warned, that's when the real danger starts. And make no mistake, this isn't a harmless industry feud. His issue with Jay Prince Jr. runs deep, like scars that never healed. He made it loud, aggressive, and impossible to misinterpret. As long as mob ties is involved, there's no peace, no handshake, just unrelenting conflict. Charleston didn't tiptoe around the subject. He came in throwing haymakers. He didn't just mention Jay Prince Jr. He practically dared him to respond. And Charleston wasn't bluffing. He tore apart the so-called check-in culture, calling it nothing more than street hustle dressed up as protection. According to him, it's smoke and mirrors, a fear-based game designed to control people, while a few players pretend they run the city. He shouted it loud, ain't nobody got to check in with nobody. Then he turned up the heat even more, declaring that Houston doesn't belong to mob ties. It belongs to Texas. The words cracked like thunder. Social media went into a tailspin. Clips went viral, and comment sections became digital battlegrounds. Of course, some critics came for Charleston, saying he was just chasing clout and trying to stir up drama. But just as many stood up and applauded, saying he finally said what most have been too afraid to speak out loud. Charleston wasn't backing down. He continued taking direct shots at mob ties, accusing them of pulling strings behind the scenes in Houston, especially following Takeoff's murder. Then he labeled it for what it is, pure street bullying. He warned that too many rappers crumble under pressure, trying to fit in with the wrong people, only to find themselves stuck in a nightmare. This time, there were no jokes or clever punchlines. His delivery was cold and serious. Then came the line that silenced the room. Charleston claimed that Jay Prince Jr. walked past Takeoff's lifeless body like it meant nothing. How are you going to act like you care? But you didn't even stop to help? Charleston snapped. That hit like a punch to the gut. Fans froze. Shocked. Speechless. Who does that? They asked. Charleston painted a chilling image of Jay Prince Jr. moving like he felt nothing, as if the moment didn't even register. And just when it seemed things couldn't get darker, Charleston dropped another bomb, accusing mob ties of only showing love when it benefits them. If it ain't one of theirs, they don't blink twice, he shouted. That accusation ignited chaos online. Viewers raced back to the footage, dissecting Jay Prince Jr.'s every movement, searching for hidden clues in the aftermath. Some said Charleston was reaching, stretching the story to stir attention, but others believed he was ripping the lid off something real, something dangerous. Regardless of the side you were on, the internet blew up. Comments flew like bullets, and one line kept getting repeated over and over. If this is what checking in gets you, I'm good. Suddenly, people everywhere were rethinking the whole game. Was it worth it? Was it ever? Because once Charleston dropped Jay Prince Jr.'s name, it was like throwing a match on gasoline. Boom! Everything lit up. That name doesn't just stir drama, it explodes it. Mentioning him flips the table. And when Charleston calls someone out, it's never just talk. The energy shifts fast, and the tension gets heavy. Then came the moment Charleston let it all fly on camera. I saw mob ties and Jay Prince. A run to man. Ain't nobody scared of them. Underscore. I'm saying, like, what? Where did all this fear come from? Somebody asked a question. We ain't afraid of Jay Prince up here in Dallas. He got no influence here. Not his sons. None of that underscore. They roll through trying to act like big dogs. Nah, homie. Big dogs handle real business. Mob ties don't run nothing up here. When police kill somebody, where's mob ties? When babies are shot or women abused, where are they? We're the ones doing the work. We're out here helping the kids. Don't bring that mob underscore to me. It don't help nobody. Charleston didn't stop there. He warned that Houston has become a place where mob ties plays puppet master. He claimed rappers fly into the city get sized up immediately, treated like they're walking into hostile territory. If you don't follow their rules, you're a target, he said. That statement sparked another online firestorm. People started wondering if Charleston was simply stirring the pot or peeling back the industry's darkest layers. Then he made it even more explicit. Mob ties doesn't just flex on the streets. They manipulate behind the scenes. According to Charleston, careers have been slowed, blocked, or completely shut down depending on who artists align with in Houston. He described mob ties like a shadow label, pulling strings and making moves quietly behind closed doors. And those artists who mysteriously disappeared from the spotlight, Charleston hinted they weren't unlucky. They were pushed out for refusing to play ball. The ripple effect was immediate. Fans dug into old beefs, broken contracts, and quiet exits. Were these the victims Charleston was talking about? He wasn't done. He said the worst part is that this whole structure pretends to be about respect, but it's really about fear and control. If you don't bow down, he warned, they shut doors on you. Then he called out the hypocrisy. Take off the restrictions. We don't owe y'all nothing. I can hire white sheriffs if I have to, but I'd rather go with a black-owned company. But if you're threatening to drop tips on me, I'll hire whoever keeps me safe. You don't make the police check in. So why us? That's not how real mob power works. Real mobs make everyone pay. The judges, the police chief, everyone. That's why I don't respect it. He then shifted focus, saying that WAC 100 had rattled Jay Prince Jr. so bad. It stripped away his mystique. He don't seem untouchable anymore. He's on camera defending himself. He looks nervous, off balance. WAC got in his head. Charleston even suggested that the feds are now circling closer than ever. He knows it. I know it. The FBI knows it. WAC got in a flinch. And now the heat is on. He ended with a warning. When the raids start, when the arrests come, don't act surprised. According to Charleston, every shady move, every viral moment, every clip is being added to file. The streets aren't the only ones watching. The feds are, too. Fans went wild with theories. Was Charleston exposing a buried truth or spinning chaos? Some said he was fear-mongering. Others believed he connected the dots no one else dared to touch. And now, Charleston's still throwing bombs, the internet's still dissecting every frame, and Mob Ties is stuck in the middle of one of the loudest, messiest battles hip-hop has ever seen. The streets are buzzing. The feds might be circling. And fans can't stop hitting replay, trying to figure out what's real and what's smoke. One thing's for sure, this story's far from over. And the next chapter? It's only getting crazier. Before you bounce, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Got thoughts? Drop them below. We're reading every word. And send this to someone who needs to see what's really going down. Catch you in the next one. It's going to be wild.